Hey guys, it's me, Thomas Halbert. Back at it again with yet another video. So, us beauty gurus, us YouTubers, we receive a plethora of hate comments throughout our careers of being YouTubers. And me being what I consider the armpit of the beauty community, I feel like I receive quite a bit of backlash. And by armpit, I mean like, you know how armpits are like just there, but they always seem to cause a problem. Oh! Anyways, I receive a plethora of hate comments, and most of them do end up being about my makeup. Not all of them, but most of them are people trying to critique my makeup. Now, I actually saw an amazing YouTuber by the name of YouKeyy do this video. I believe she's the first one to do this video, where she had mean comments kind of essentially do her makeup routine, and I thought that would be so much fun. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reading some of my hate comments that are critiquing my makeup, and I'm going to be taking their critiques and putting them on my face so we can see if their critiques are actually worth it. Does that make any sense? Hopefully it does. I just want to preface this now. I'm having a bad toupee day, so let's ignore my hair. She's getting reinstalled very shortly, darling. So let's move right on in to this video. Oh, by the way, please subscribe. We're very close to... Actually, we're not very close to anything. However, you could subscribe, so we could be very close to a goal, maybe? Anyways, thank you guys so much, and let's get right on into this shit show. So as I said before, I do receive a plethora of hate comments. However, most of those comments kind of reside in this, as what I like to call the graveyard for hate comments, and that is the held for review section. Now, a lot of you don't really know, but YouTubers have the option to blacklist words, essentially, where if there's a word that we keep seeing in our comment section and we hate seeing it, or like we hate the connotation or the context people use that word in, we're able to kind of go and blacklist it. So a lot of the words I have blacklisted is like my eyebrows, brows. I have like the F word, as in like the gay slur, like gay slurs. I have gay slurs blacklisted, sizist words blacklisted. I have a lot of words. I have racist words blacklisted as well. And when people comment using those words, they go straight to the held review. So they actually do not go to my comment section, making my comment section relatively a peaceful place. A long time ago, a lot of people had something to say about my brows, and that's, wow, that's a, whoa, Thomas, great segue. Wow. So first, we're gonna get into brows. Now, I saw there's a lot of comments about my brows. So Peyton W says, "Why do you make your eyebrows so big? I'm just curious, not to be a not to be a hate." Well, Peyton, not a lot of you guys know, but these are my natural brows. And people want me to follow my natural brow shape for some reason, and I do. I follow where my hair grows. So I'm gonna take your advice, girly. I'm gonna give you super natural, super chic brows. I'm taking your advice, Peyton. I don't know why I ever thought it would be a good idea to do such a big brow. And I'm so sorry for any of you that had to witness such a catastrophe that is my brows. Okay. This is like a really simple technique that a lot of people use, especially people with already kind of like naturally pretty brows, as a lot of you like to say I have. So what I'm gonna do is just brush my hair upwards, like so. Yes, mama. Bitch, I'm about to give you the most natural brow you have ever seen, darling. This is gonna be clumpy as shit, ain't it? I have not done this in so long. The Grinch really did steal Christmas. Whoa. I'm about to look so good. You have no idea. So I'm just gonna take a full coverage foundation. Oh my God, please work. So next, taking my Kat Von Can't Vaccinate These Kids Super Brow, I'm going to kind of go in with some hair-like strokes and kind of give it more of an even more natural effect. As you guys have mentioned that if I go too big, my brows look too blocky and brick-like, and I really want to make sure I stay as thin and as true to my natural brow shape as possible. And I'm just going to kind of really follow those natural brow hairs. Super thin, super natural, really just stays true to my natural brow shape, and really just makes my brows pop and just look super natural. And I really, really love this technique of just doing just a super natural brow. I am again going to go in with some hair-like strokes. Now I'm just going to clean up this super natural brow with some concealer. So as you can see, I have a super natural brow ready to go for everyday wear.
Hello.
Look at my brows.
Ew. Those are very not cute. Those are not cute. I don't like. Are you filming?
Yes. I'm doing a hate comments to do my makeup.
What
Bitch.
made you do your brows like that? What comment made you do your brows like that?
Someone said I do my brows like brick brows. And I was like, okay, let me give them a little natural moment. Like a cute
No,
little...
this is not cute. I like the bricks. Bitch, I like the bricks.
Okay, let me finish up this video. I'll be over soon.
Okay, boo.
Bye. Okay, so moving on into foundation now. Of course, I don't really have any comments about like primer. Like, can you honestly give a hate comment about primer? But for foundation, I of course have a few hate comments that I would love to read to you. So Annalise said, the foundation is way too light for his skin, laughing face. And then Candace at 50 said, dude, this shade was so good. The ones you really like are too light for you. Don't fool yourself. Those light foundations look stupid. So that tells me that usually when I do foundation, I like to match my neck. I guess that's not what we do here. I guess that's wrong. Silly old me. So I'm gonna go into the shade that I use when I'm self-tan. I use the shade Nude from Born This Way foundation from Too Faced. I'm gonna go into this shade now. I really wanna make sure I'm ignoring my neck as well, just because I really want to see if this foundation shade is a perfect match for me, like the comments say. I definitely want to take all these critiques into consideration because I don't want to, you know, be out here looking stupid or anything like that. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. So we're going to go into this shade. Looks like a perfect match. Let's actually test her right now. Perfect, gorgeous. Looks like it matches to me. So I'm gonna go into my beauty blender, or my Jack Finesse sponge, excuse me. And I'm just gonna start buffing in the skin. My God, I'm so excited to see how this all looks. You guys always have my best interests at heart, especially the hate comments. Hate comments usually have my best interests at heart, and I never wanna take those comments for granted. Never, ever, 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 ever. So as you can see, this darker shade definitely looks so much better on me. Even in person, like, it really looks like I have no makeup on. Like it looks super seamless. As you can see how pale I am right here versus right here. You can definitely see the perfect match right here. So I definitely don't want to hear any more comments in the future about how I use shades too light for me, because at this point I'm just going to be sticking with, of course, darker foundation shades, just because it just makes so much more sense for me. Someone who is a pale princess, it just makes so much more sense for me to wear shades that are darker than my skin tone. So let's move on. So I don't really have that many hate comments based on concealer at all, to be honest. Like, I really don't. I did find one though, from Cecilia Neely. She said, and this was removed by a moderator. I see you, bitch. Live for my moderators. You put way too much concealer on. It makes you look super cakey. Actually, you know what, Cecilia? I think you might be right. I definitely agree, Cecilia. I definitely feel like I should start joining the ... gang. So I'm going to go into the shade of Swan and the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. And I'm, of course, going to do boop, boop, boop. Just like that. I definitely feel super beautiful already. And I kind of already know that this is going to blend beautifully. It's going to really brighten up my dark circles that I have. I have really bad dark circles, and I know using just a tiny bit of concealer will definitely brighten up those dark circles. And definitely when I'm going for more full coverage glam looks, it's always important to use as less product as possible, because obviously with full coverage you want to use super light amount of coverage and super light amount of product. Like, that's just how things work. So I'm of course going to blend out these dots and really give it, I'm just really excited. So and I'm also going to have my powder ready, and I'm really going to make sure I don't highlight any other parts of my face, because that makes no sense. Why would I highlight other parts of my face? And I'm just going to go in with a little bit of powder just to set those under eyes. Okay, you know what? I'm actually not mad at this. Wow, I actually low-key think Cecilia's onto something. Because that looks really pretty. Wow. Sarcasm aside, Cecilia might have snapped with that one, so moving on. So I don't really have any comments about contouring, but I do usually have comments about my nose contour. Usually people are upset at me for not contouring my nose. A lot of people ask me why I don't. The reason why I don't actually contour my nose is because I just don't have a contourable nose. As you can see when I look to the side, it gets immediately crooked right here. And it's very hard to kind of contour a crooked nose. In my opinion, it kind of makes it worse when you contour a crooked nose. So I kind of just tend to not contour it. So to appease the people that want me to contour my nose, I'm going to take kind of a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to try my best to contour my nose and see how this works out. So I'm going to take my favorite CoverGirl Vitalast powder, and I'm going to contour my nose. Really just make her super thin. Of course, contouring the nose looks super natural and is super unclockable in person, especially if you have a crooked nose like I do. So if you have a crooked nose, definitely go contour your nose. So while that nose contour sits there and bakes, let's move on into blush. Now, I get so many comments talking about how my current blush style is dumb and too much. Some of my favorite comments is, with all that blush, you look like a damn elf. What's up with him and Manny using blush all over the whole side of their face instead of just putting it on the apples and the highest parts of their cheekbones? And then Joshua Patrick said, I swear I think that highlighter and blush makes you look like a Who from Whoville. So we are going to listen to these comments and just stick to right here on the apples of the cheeks with blush. So I'm going to go into my favorite shade of blush, and I'm just going to smile and stick right on the apples of the cheeks like so. This is really so pretty. Like, I really can't believe I ever did my blush any other way. Like, I really can't. Gorgeous. Okay. So I don't really get many comments about highlighting, thank God, but I do get one. And it's typically about the nose situation. A lot of people don't like highlight on the nose for some reason. Desapi says that highlight on his nose is too much, girl. And then Laura Ashley said, disagreed, LOL, it looks good in my opinion. Thank you, Laura and Laura Ashley. So I'm just gonna highlight my face as normally as I do, just skipping the nose. As you can see, my nose contour looks fabulous. You can see my nose. My nose hasn't disappeared, it's there. All right, so moving on into eyeshadow. I honestly don't get that many comments about eyeshadow either, but I do get a couple. Christina Tyrell says, the eyeshadow though, it makes you look sick with all that shadow under your eye. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I am obsessed with kind of like the under eye, like smoked out, super smoked out under eye moment. I find it to be so pretty. But I'm going to not do that today because Christina says it makes me look sick, and I don't want to look sick. No one wants to look sick. I think we wear makeup just to not look as sick, you know what I mean? Some of us do. And then Alexis Yokum says, sis keeps missing the inner corner of her eye and kind of applies eyeshadow sloppy. Excuse me, shadow sloppy. Shadow. So I'm going to be as super unsloppy as possible. It's not like I've been doing makeup, especially eyeshadow, for like 4 years now. I'm going to try to not be as sloppy, and it's also kind of like I don't have deep set eyes, and going all the way in my inner corner makes me look even dead and look like a raccoon. So today I'm going to prime my eyes, and I want to make sure I don't miss out my inner corner. Like, who would want to miss the inner corner there? Like, who would want to miss that? I'm going to skip my under eyes, something probably super colorful, because we're all super tired, of course, of seeing the same, you know, neutral eye, brown lip, copper eye, nude lip moment. And I'm just going to give you guys something colorful in your face. So I'm going to prime my eyes with my Urban Decay primer potion. I'm going to make sure I apply this everywhere, avoiding my natural brow. I don't want to ruin my natural brow moment, because that would completely ruin all the work we have done. Let me zoom you guys in so you can really get into the detail work that we're about to endure. So I'm going into my Sephora Pro palette, my favorite colorful palette, and let's get into some of these pinks. All right, so you guys hate natural looks. I have seen that in my comments a few times, so I'm going to make this as like really blended, really just blended, blown out, colorful moment. Something I've never done on my channel before, and I'm really gonna make sure I get this on the inner corner as well, like right in that inner corner. I really don't want to miss out on that inner corner. Don't want to make the people mad. As you can see, putting it right there in the inner corner made the nose contour look even worse. So that's always a good sign that you're actually doing it right. Super blended. As you can see, there's no like harsh lines, just super blended, blown out. As you can see, there's no patchiness, no anything. I definitely don't want to do my shadow sloppy at all. Like, who wants to see sloppy shadow? So I'm really making sure I focus on this blend. So now I'm going to cut the crease with my concealer. Then we're gonna pack this really pretty green shade. Really don't want to miss this inner corner right here, so I'm gonna really pack on that green right there in the inner corner. Super not sloppy at all. As you can see, there's precision, there's a beautiful blend, no sort of like fallout, which is really good, and there's definitely no patchiness, anything like that. So it's really cool. So now let's move on into lashes and mascara. Oh, also, as you can tell, these are super even as well. So let's move right into lashes. Like, I don't think I've ever looked this great, to be honest. So thank you guys so far for this great opportunity just to learn and grow as an artist. When I move into lashes, I did receive a few comments saying that the lashes that I wear, a lot of comments were saying that I shouldn't wear lashes because when I put lashes on my eye shape, it kind of loses all the eyeshadow. You can't see the beautiful eyeshadow that I've done. So I'm just gonna stick with mascara today. The one thing I will say is that, like, I mean, my personal reasons of always wearing big voluminous lashes is because, well, one, my natural lashes kind of stick straight down, and I just love the look of a volumized lash. And I'm gonna try to curl these stick straight down lashes and put mascara on top of it and hope that it doesn't go back down. But as long as you get to see my eyeshadow, who cares, right? Okay, so lashes are done. Now let's finally get into lips. So I've received, surprisingly enough, a lot of comments saying that people don't like it when I overline my lips or try to do any sort of emphasization on my lips. I especially got that when I had lip filler as well. So today I am going to make my lips as thin as possible. So to do that, I'm going to need some concealer. So really hide those lips. I want these lips to be as tame as possible. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I cannot take myself seriously. In all seriousness, I know this entire video was full of sarcasm and so on and so forth. Those comments that kind of critique my makeup don't really bother me at all. At the end of the day, I do my makeup to make me happy, and I don't do my makeup to make anyone else happy. Makeup has always been an escape and a passion of mine where I can be free to do whatever I want to my face that I own. and be happy and just express myself how I wish to express myself. Not how you wish to see me express myself, but how I wish to express myself. So I want that to be a lesson for everyone. Just express yourself how you want to and don't listen to what anyone fucking says. You'll eventually learn. Yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's random ass lighthearted video. I needed a lighthearted video like this. I've been going through it. If you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you know I've been going through it. And I do want to give like a quick little update at the end of this video. You guys cannot take me seriously, and I can tell, I can feel the energy through this computer screen right now. You guys cannot take me seriously, and I need you to take me seriously for a second. I am going to be gone between the days of September 19th through October 4th or 5th. I do plan on pre-filming, but I don't know if I'm actually going to post, just because I am going to be alone with family just to heal. I know that sounds crazy to you guys, but I have been going through it. I've been in and out of hospitals for a while as far as anxiety, depression, and my eating disorder goes. Trigger warning, by the way. So I am going home to kind of reason myself and to come back to one. So if I don't post during those times, I hope you guys understand, but I'm going to still pre-film in the intention of posting while I'm gone. It just depends on where my heart is and how I feel about taking time away from my healing to work, if that makes any sense. That was a depressing ending. Wow. Okay, anyways, I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you in Friday's video because I'm posting twice a week again, I promise. Okay, bye.